Hey guys, and welcome back to 5 Steps to Getting Anything You Want. Today we're going to be going over step 3, but just as a reminder, the 5 steps are: know exactly what you want, know exactly why you want it, believe you can achieve it, have faith that it's on its way, and step 5 is massive action. So today we're talking about step 3, which is believe that you can. Believe that you can get the thing that you say that you want. And that's really what belief is. That's one of the things that belief is. Belief belief equals I can. I can have it. I can do it. I can achieve it. Whether it's a weight loss goal, whether it is a financial goal, whether it's a relationship goal, whatever it is, the thing that you want. The third step is belief. It's believing that you can. Now, sometimes some people can't believe that they can do something. And so for some people, belief is more believing it's possible. So you may not be able to believe that you can do it right now. But part of belief, and belief kind of goes in stages, if you don't believe that you can at least believe that it's possible if you've seen somebody else do it, or if you've done something like that in the past, you've done something similar. So some of the things that will help you to increase your level of belief revolve around what's called a frame of reference. And a frame of reference is just a fancy way of saying, I've done something like this in the past, or I've seen somebody else do something like this, or I see other people doing this, or I've done something that was just as hard in the past. Having a frame of reference, and the funny thing is that a frame of reference doesn't even have to be, it doesn't actually even have to do with anything with what you're actually trying to believe that you can achieve in the present. For example, one of the frame of references that I have used in the past for doing something new or doing something hard is when I was in high school. I was really big into drama, and I was trying out for a part that I wanted to be in a Shakespeare play that was actually going to be in a big competition in Washington, D.C. at the Emily Jordan Folger Shakespeare Theater. And I beat out a bunch of other kids to get that, learned the part really, really well, and was able to go and be in that competition. And even though I didn't realize it at the time, that I didn't even think about winning an award, ended up winning the Best Supporting Actor award for the whole competition. And that was just kind of a happy thing that happened. I wasn't even aiming for that. I was aiming just to be in the show. So I have actually used that as a frame of reference for doing hard stuff. And even though that was over 30 years ago that happened, it is still a frame of reference that I will call on for when something is difficult, for when something is new, and I can say, you know what, I've done hard stuff in the past. So you can use your own frames of reference just like that one. That's, just one of many examples. Other things, yesterday morning I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning working on something, and worked from 4 until noon to finish something up. And I went back to the frame of reference when I first got started in designing websites and whatnot back in 1997. I was working a full-time job. I used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and would work from 4 until 7 on that, and then go to my job. So a lot of times when I actually develop the frame of reference, that I can do some of my best work between the hours of 4 and 7. Because it's quiet, nobody's expecting me to respond to anything, and so I can get 3 to 4 hours of really good work done during that time. So you can use your own frame of reference. You can use other people as a frame of reference. It was interesting. In February of 2001, I went to a conference in Boulder, Colorado, and I was working for the guy who fired me from my job, the one that I mentioned in the video, in the previous video, talking about my why. This was the guy who fired me. Well, he took me along and actually needed me to speak at this convention, at this seminar in Boulder, Colorado, and because he couldn't do it. And the interesting thing was in that experience that I had there, I was looking around the room, and there were guys there that were making $1 million a year doing what I wanted to do. And to look at these guys, you'd be like, what the hell do they have that I don't have? I mean, they can barely it looks like they can barely put their pants on, and yet they're making all this money. And it dawned on me over the course of 3 days. I was like, if that dude right there can do it, then I know I can do it. And the only thing that's standing between me and doing it is what's going on up here in my head. And so that was a really, really great way to develop a frame of reference that I could do it, because if these knuckleheads could do it, I knew I could. Another place where you can develop frames of reference is through books and movies. It's one of the things in school, textbooks and whatnot, you learn about things and then you act on them. You don't even realize you're building a frame of reference. But books, biographies, inspirational fiction, real books, not real books, but nonfiction books, the Bible, all of these different books contain frames of reference that you can use to increase your level of belief that it's possible for you and that you can do something, whatever it is. Movies, same thing. I can't tell you how many times I watched the movies Rocky and Rocky 2 when it came to increasing my level of belief and desire and just overall inspiration that I could do something. So what you want to do is develop the belief that it can be done. That's level 1 of belief. It can be done, and it can be done by me is the next level. So your assignment from this step is really simple. Whatever it is that you decided what you wanted, you decided why you wanted it, now you need to come up with 3 reasons it can be done. Not necessarily can be done by you, but just 3 reasons it can be done. And preferably 3 reasons why you can do it, but 3 reasons why you know it can be done, and then you need to marinate on that for a day. So understanding the number 1 thing you want to figure out in your own head is that whatever it is that you want to do, understand that it is possible. And that is the first step in developing unstoppable belief. So next time we'll go over step 4, which is faith. And again, I'm Jim Edwards. Follow me at Real Jim Edwards, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys again soon.